What's happening, fam? LAR movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. The black male image is always nefarious, and I'm using a picture of Jesus, and if you got to Google it, you have to Google black Jesus, which is the reason why I'm doing this, is because, Jesus was black anyways. That's the reality of it. That's the truth of it, right? But because it's a black male, you have to, if you say Jesus, a white dude show up. And sometimes it's psychologically and subconsciously offensive that a black man could be good. And one of the reasons I'm doing this is because as black men, we've got to the point where we add nefarious stories to men that don't exist. And that's aggravating. You listen to brothers talk, maybe, maybe this man could have been like this, or maybe he is doing this, and maybe he is. Is he? Don't give me a maybe. Is he doing those things? No, it's never been said that he was doing it. It's never been proven he's been doing it. Those negative things we just throwing on him just in case possibly he's a bad person. It's like, what? So he has to have a nefarious undertone because he's a black man, because you're not doing it with anybody else. White America has a nefarious history, but somehow they always get a pass, and you give them a pass too. You don't go, oh, it's a white man or a white woman. Maybe they're, possibly they could be, setting you up and stabbing you in the back and stealing from you and smacking your kids around. And no, you don't do that. They had to stab you in the back multiple times, and you had to smack the kids in front of you multiple times. So you go, you don't talk about Hispanics as nefarious just off the rip, Yeah, they cool, but the Hispanics, he could possibly be doing this and she could possibly be doing that, and don't do that. You don't do that with Asians. Yeah, they smart, but they possibly da 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 da. It's like, oh yeah, you don't do that. That it just doesn't happen. But when black men in particular, black women, she's, her cover is she's a woman, she's a mother, so she could never possibly be nefarious. But you're a man and you're a black man, so it's something undergirding, your character that would at the snap of a finger, you become the personification of the devil or something. It's like, that's stupid, And I get tired of people playing this game where let's have an honest conversation. We can't have an honest conversation because you threw a nefarious person into a conversation that didn't exist. Because if you didn't throw that nefarious image of black men into the conversation, you couldn't justify your actions. You couldn't justify your approach. You couldn't justify your intentions. You couldn't justify your ill will. Part of this is the projection, because, a lot of it is really projection where you've done something, and you're a certain type of way. But the black male image is basically what everybody throws their personal projection on. You're a liar, so the black male has to be a liar. No, you're a liar. You're a cheater, so the black male has to be a cheater. You're a user, you're a manipulator, so you're doing it because, the black male must be a user and manipulator. So every time you deal with us in close proximity, there's always a, underlying, I have to have my guard up and I have to be cautious. But then we turn around and we have our guard up and we're cautious of you because we're accustomed to you making up a nefarious ideology in your mind about us. And it even happens with us towards each other. You have to have a certain look for some people. You see a bunch of, You're a black man, you see a bunch of brothers come by, you know, if they don't say anything, you're going to give them that look, oh, they're going to do something to me. Man, shut up. Ain't even worried about you. Like, they can't walk on this planet just like you walking on this planet. You're not up to anything no good, but they got to be up to something no good just because you don't know them. You didn't drink the Kool-Aid on this too. And then when you become that guy and you're walking and people give you that look, you're offended. This is why when guys started talking about facts, data, facts, and statistics, you know, and people started having this problem, it's like people have an issue with facts, you know, because black men are deadbeats. Well, the CDC says we're not. You know, black men don't pay their child support. Well, the stats say we pay more than everybody else, more consistent than everybody else. Well, what? The black men are out here messing with women. The stats say that's white men, Hispanics, and Asian having those sexual crimes. That's not us. Yeah, that's what the data says. Oh, guys are out here committing crimes. The stats say we're also getting accused and convicted of crimes we didn't commit at a far bigger clip than everybody else too. And people are not arresting people for the crimes that they do when they're not black. So you got more criminals on the streets that are non-black than you have black people in jail. But for your imagery, you know, it's like, oh, he's black, so he had to do that. This is why in people's dating experience also, he could possibly doing this because he a man and he a black man. Okay, look, if you're going to approach it that way, why are you dating? Dude has to prove to you that he's not, you know, the evil black man, and then he's not supposed to be offended by that. But I'm about to get into that one on the very next one. So like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.